Real leadership shows in answers, not just in the speech. In an age where words are currency, many mistake leadership for eloquence. But real power does not reside in speeches. It lies in how a leader answers tough questions, handles crises, and maintains integrity in silence. One well-timed, well-focused, and value-aligned answer is worth more than 1,000 promises. This piece argues that true leadership is not measured by the length of speeches, but by the depth of response. Real leadership is revealed in the answer, not in the applause. When speech can be scripted, response is where truth is revealed. A leader cannot hide in rhetoric, they must show up in reality. Leadership is not about saying the right thing, it's about answering rightly at the right time. Many are gifted orators who can deliver powerful, emotional, and persuasive speeches. But when asked, "What will you do in this situation?" they deflect. It is in that moment, not when they take the stage, but when they stand under questioning, that true leadership is revealed. Because response cannot be scripted. An answer cannot be edited like a speech. It demands presence, honesty, and immediate accountability. True leaders, therefore, are not just masters of the spotlight, but masters of themselves under pressure. In a world where images are staged and words are ghostwritten, spontaneous response becomes the clearest mirror of inner character. And it is this consistency between what is said and what is done that defines real leadership without the need for branding. In the digital age, every speech can be pre-written, edited, and media-optimized. But an answer, especially in an unanticipated moment, cannot be rehearsed. This is why response becomes the most honest signal of leadership capacity. A true leader is not one who has many speechwriters, but one who has the inner integrity to speak their truth when it matters. Leadership is not about how much one says, but whether they take responsibility for what they say. The best leaders speak less, but when they do, their words carry weight, because they arise from honest reflex, not self-deception. And this is the root of leadership: the courage to see, to speak, and to stand in the center of truth. An answer is not just a reaction, it is a moral declaration. It reveals what the leader prioritizes: truth, safety, or personal image. When a leader chooses honesty over deflection, that is an ethical act, not a communication tactic. In moments of being challenged, people revert to core reflexes, and it's in that raw state we witness what values truly guide them. A leader can learn presentation, but cannot fake sincerity forever. An answer exposes the inner terrain where courage, preparedness, and emotional control converge. Leadership is not just the art of guiding others, it is the art of facing oneself before speaking aloud. In moments of crisis, people don't need a speech, they need a sentence of assurance. Words like, "I take responsibility," can calm more than 1,000 promises. That's why real leaders don't seek to ease tension with eloquence, but with a clear commitment to action. When a leader has the courage to say, "I don't know, but I will find out," they don't seem weaker, they become more human. People aren't seeking perfect leaders, they seek real ones who admit mistakes and adjust. A response may be simple, but when it is sincere, it carries a strength far deeper and more lasting than any PR campaign. There's a strange paradox in leadership: the fewer words, the clearer the message. The more precise the answer, the greater the trust. The best leaders avoid rambling, they know what must be said, and when silence speaks louder. Verbal restraint signals inner composure, not the need to cloak uncertainty in words. A true leader is not driven by the need to impress, but by the discipline to respond with precision. An answer need not be long, it must only be right. And only when listeners feel that rightness, not in data, but in presence, do they truly believe. One of the clearest signs of real leadership is the ability to remain calm under pressure. While many leaders use speeches to sway public emotions, the authentic leader chooses to respond with composure, empathy, and accountability. The right answer is not the most eloquent, but the one that aligns best with the core values of the organization and the people they serve. When a leader responds, they do not represent themselves. They represent a team, a culture. Therefore, every word is not just a message. It is a promise to the ethics, memory, and hopes of a collective. In a noisy world, clarity and integrity in a response are rare beacons of light. A leader's answer is the ignition of collective action. It is like the first drumbeat of a marching army. If it is clear, decisive, and directed, the whole team moves forward. But if it is vague, hesitant, or delayed, trust collapses. A true leader need not say much, but must speak at the right time, in the right spirit, and with full presence. This presence cannot be replaced by technique. It is born of inner cultivation, self-awareness, empathy, and contextual intelligence. When a leader speaks from the deepest place of truth, they not only convince, but activate the entire system's will to act. That is when, from one answer, a whole community shifts. Speeches can be rehearsed. Words can be ghostwritten. But responses are raw truth. In the answer, a leader cannot hide, they must show up. And it is in that presence, even if only for seconds, that real character is revealed. If you believe that leadership begins with real presence, share this message. Subscribe, like, and share to help spread a new model of leadership. Not loud, but clear, authentic, and accountable.